Alright guys, at this point you should have completed this review. So I will go over the answers. Please check your answers and make sure you're studying the correct answers that I give you today, okay, in this video. So number 1 says Tracy is trying to finish a math test on the computer before she can go to recess. She is on number 20 and the progress bar shows she is 80% complete. So that number 20, that problem number 20 is 80% of the test. How many total questions are on the test? Show your work to justify. So we have to compare that 20 and 80%. 80% as a fraction is 80 over 100. That 80% represents 20 problems. Okay, what are we doing to 80 to get 20? We are dividing by 4. So we have to divide 100 by 4, which gives us 25. So there are 25 total questions on our test. That is our answer. Number 2, Sam's parents are building a garden in the backyard. Sam goes to the store with his dad to shop for garden soil and finds 2 different prices. For the garden fresh soil, it is 54 pounds for $6. For the grow big soil, it is 72 pounds for $9. So, letter A tells us, what is the unit rate for garden fresh soil? Well, unit rate is going to be how many pounds per dollar. So we need to divide 54 pounds by $6, which gives us 9. So the rate for the garden fresh soil is 9 pounds per dollar. Okay? Now the same thing for the grow big soil. There are 72 pounds divided by $9, which gives us 8 pounds per dollar. Okay? So which brand is a better value? Which brand gives you more pounds per dollar? It would be the garden fresh soil. 1 more pound per dollar. Okay, let's move on. Number 3 says Lucy and Jane both babysit on Friday nights. The table below shows how much they earn. Fill in the missing values in each table. So for Lucy, the hours are counting up by 2s, so the missing numbers are 14 and 18. For the dollars, it is counting up by 8s, so the missing numbers are going to be 48 and 64. Now for Jane, her hours are counting up by 3, so the missing numbers are going to be 21 and 27. And the dollars are counting up by 15, so the missing numbers are going to be 75 and 120. Letter A says, how much does Lucy make per hour? Well, Lucy makes $8 in 2 hours, so if I divide 8 by 2, that gives me 4. So she makes $4 per hour. Letter B says, how much does Jane make per hour? Well, she makes $15 in 3 hours, so that would give us $5 per hour. Okay, who makes more per hour? Obviously, it is Jane. What is the ratio for how much Lucy makes per hour and how much Jane makes per hour? It would be 4 to 5. Okay. Letter D, how much would Lucy earn for working 15 hours? Well, she makes $4 per hour. 15 times 4 gives you 60. So she would make $60. Letter F, how many hours would Jane need to work to earn $150? Well, 150 divided by $5 per hour would give you 30 hours. Okay, and that is your answer. Let's move on to number 4. Jeremy is mowing lawns for the people in his neighborhood. On Friday, it took him 6 hours to mow 4 lawns. On Saturday, it took him 5 hours to mow 10 lawns. How much time, letter A says, how much time did he spend mowing lawns? Total, he spent 11 hours. because he mowed 6 hours on Friday and 5 hours on Saturday. Now, on which day did he mow at a faster rate? Show your work. Let's figure out the unit rate for Friday. On Friday, it took him 6 hours to mow 4 lawns. So we have to divide 6 by 4. 4 goes into 6 once. We take this away and we get 2. We need to add a decimal and a 0, bring my decimal up and drop the 0. 4 goes into 20 5 times. So on Friday, his unit rate was 1.5 lawns per hour. Okay? Now on Saturday, okay, it took him 5 hours to mow 10 lawns. So 10 divided by 5 is 2. So his unit rate is 2 lawns per hour. So on Saturday, he was faster. Okay. Now, letter C. If he mowed at the same rate as he did on Friday, which was 1.5 lawns per hour, how many hours would it take him to mow 12 lawns? Well, we need to figure out what times 1.5 equals 12. Okay. How we would do that, okay, is, let's see, 1.5 times blank to get 12 lawns. Okay. What times 1.5 do you guys think would give us 12? Well, I look at the rates, the unit rate, the problem we did to get the unit rate. It was 6 lawns in 4 hours. So if it took him 4 hours to get 6 lawns, how many hours is it going to take him to get 12 lawns? If you're thinking 8, let's see if that works. 1.5 times 8, 5 times 8 is 40. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 4 is 12. There is 1 space after the decimal, so we add that to our answer, and our answer is 8 hours. Letter D. If he mowed at the same rate as he did on Saturday, how many lawns can he mow in 6 hours? On Saturday, he was mowing 2 lawns per hour. So 6 hours would give him 12 lawns. Okay. Number 5. Lincoln rode a bike 30 miles in 150 minutes. If he rode at a constant speed, A, how long does it take him to ride 1 mile? Well, we have to do 150 divided by 30 minutes, and that gives me 5 minutes. So he's riding 5 minutes every mile. Okay? Letter B says, how far did he ride in 30 minutes? Well, if 1 mile takes him 5 minutes, 30 divided by 5 will give you 6 miles. Letter C, how long did it take him to ride 8 miles? Well, if 1 mile takes him 5 minutes, 8 times 5 is 40 minutes. Okay. Letter D, how fast did he ride in miles per hour? Well, there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. Okay, he is riding 5 minutes per mile. So we have to do 60 divided by 5, which gives me 12. So he is riding 12 miles per hour. All right, number 6. If there are 2 cups in every pint, how many pints are in 56 cups? Well, we have to take 56 divided by 2. This is 2 and 6. 2 goes into 16 8 times. So there are 28 pints in 56 cups. Okay, last one, number 7. Allison is making pink paint by mixing 2 cups of white paint for every 3 cups of red paint. If she needs 20 cups of pink paint, how many cups of red paint does she need? So she's making pink paint, okay? And she's making this by mixing 2 cups of white paint for every 3 cups of red paint. So that is my ratio, and I'm going to make a ratio table. One represents white paint, 1 represents red, the other is total cups. Okay, so when she has 2 cups of white, she needs 3 cups of red, and that gives you 5 total. Now let's move on. If she has 4 cups of white, that would give you 6 cups of red, and that would give you 10 cups total. If she has 6 cups of white, that would be 9 cups of red, and that would be 15 cups total. Now let's move on to 8 cups of white, 12 cups of red, and 20 cups total. So here is our row that we're going to get our information from. If she needs 20 cups of pink paint, which we have here, how many cups of red paint does she need? Red paint is in this row, so she would need 12 cups of paint. 12 cups of red paint. Okay, guys, those are your answers. Please study this. Use this for the test tomorrow. All right, and I will post that tomorrow morning. Have a great afternoon. Stay safe.